Good evening, everyone, and welcome tonight to our time for spiritual healing. It's our Monday night time for prayer, inspiration, and spiritual healing from City Light Spiritualist Church. We're so glad that you're with us, our friends online, and of course, those that will watch this later after it's recorded. It's a time when we can all get together and ask, receive, and send spiritual healing. And spiritual healing is for everyone. It doesn't matter your denomination. You don't have to be a spiritualist. All you have to do is connect with that God of your understanding. And some people say God, some people say creator, great spirit. When we address that one source of healing, we say the great unseen healing force when we say our spiritualist prayer. And we know that that's where all healing comes from. We may call ourselves the healers or the healing ministers, but we are just those channels open to the divine healing energy from that one source. And it's for everyone. Of course, City Light Spiritualist Church is a pet friendly spiritualist church. So we know that that healing goes out to our pets, and all the names that are on our healing list include pet names. So you will hear pet names. And many times, some of our ministers will have their pets that come online with them. And so we know that healing is for everyone, people and animals. And so tonight we join together, all of us as one, to send that healing energy to so many places that are needing healing. And so we know that it goes around this world. We call it distant healing. It's able to touch people all over. And we each do our part. And what is our part? Our part is to just feel that healing energy that we have that dwells in ourselves, whether you call it love or concern or empathy, kindness. You have a feeling like you wish you could do something. Well, tonight, tap into those feelings and then visualize them being sent out into the universe to all the people, all the situations, all the places that may need healing tonight. And so tonight we call always upon our angels, our guides, our teachers, the master healers that have gone before us, the ascended masters. I always call upon the saints, especially St. Francis, for those animals that may need healing. And we know that they come near us. As we do our meditation to send that healing, many times you feel like you're not alone in the room. You can feel that energy come around you. And so we know tonight that we'll be joined by so many in the spiritual realms of the highest and best that want to send out this healing to all in need. So tonight is your time, this time that you take that deep breath and you ask for that healing for yourself and for those you love that you want to think about. Hold them in your heart. Hold those people in your heart and know that that healing will go out to them. And so we know that healing happens in divine time, but it does require faith, trust, and belief. And so tonight we come together as one with grateful hearts, thankful for our blessings, and thankful for this opportunity to join together to be able to be those channels of sending healing energy. And so tonight we're going to start with our inspiration with our very first healer, Reverend Dr. Patricia Bell.
Blessings to everybody on this call. I was inspired. You know, we have our lives and we go through in and out. And yes, I have been watching soccer ball, which I can't believe it because I'm not one of those sports people. But the head of the Norwegian team said something very valuable. He said it's not about whether we won or lost. It's about how we play the game. And yes, some days in our lives we win. And some days in our lives we feel like we lost. But if we know that we have integrity and that we support our fellow teammates and healers and people that are going through the tough days, then it doesn't matter. We are loving and being the people that we can be. So, my prayer is, dear divine source of love, may God fill our hearts with the opportunity not to look at evaluations, but just know whatever we're going through, whenever we're going through it, that we are loved and that God and Spirit is surrounding us to be the best we can be. Amen.
Thank you so much, Patricia. That was beautiful. And it's true. It's like, we just show up every day and try to do our best. And it's all we can ever do. So thank you for that nice reminder. Reverend Joanne, good evening.
Good evening, Reverend Joanne, and good evening, everyone. And tonight I have a little poem by L.R. Nost. Do not be dismayed by the brokenness of the world. All things break, and all things can be mended, not with time, as they say, but with intention. So go, love intentionally, extravagantly, unconditionally. The broken world waits in darkness for the light that is you. And I want to say how grateful I am for all of you here, all my fellow ministers and friends, for being the light in my darkness. And I want the rest of you out there to know that you can be the light in somebody's darkness, but start with yourself. Many blessings, and thank you for allowing me to share.
Thank you so much, Reverend Joanne. And it's true. These people that serve online these Monday nights, we've been together now on and off, all of us, for the last 5 years. And so there's quite a lot of dedication to spiritual healing here. And so, I am always grateful, and our church is grateful for all these individuals that come on these Monday nights, and grateful for our guests that join us every Monday night. So many of you are uh, just return every Monday. And so thank you for your kindness and for your support, and also for being part of that, doing your part in sending healing. So yes, thank you everyone. And nice reminder, Joanne. Reverend Tammy, good evening.
Hello, Reverend Joanne and everybody out there. I have had the most amazing week, and I think being a minister has a lot to do with it. I know that I began off last week with giving a talk about being a partnership with the God of your own understanding, rather than looking at it as something that is out of your touch and that you only pray to, that you connect with it. And I'm not trying to convince anybody of what to do, but this is certainly how I have a partnership with the God of my own understanding. I also got the opportunity to teach a class, and it was most wonderful because everyone had the chance to share and to ask questions. And I feel that they walked away in a much better spiritual place. Also asked to do a house clearing. And before I ever do anything like that, I always go to Spirit and ask how to handle the situation, usually starting with the land blessing, talking to the Native Americans that are watchers of our property, and giving offering to them and giving intention of what it is. These people wanted to sell their house. It had been on the market for over 3 months, and then went in and did a nice blessing on the house. And 2 days later, I got a message that their house sold, as well as her mother's house sold. So, like I say, I take no credit, I just follow Spirit's lead. There was a memorial service of a friend of mine that had passed away. And she was, if I can say, the most beautiful light, that she gave service to everybody and denied herself in every way, shape, and form. And so there was a memorial service, and I had asked if there was somebody that was going to do the service. And I was assured that yes, somebody was going to be there to do the service, but if I wanted to speak, I could. So I sat and meditated with Spirit, and Spirit gave me some nice information and told me what to say about Mary. And when we got to the memorial service, don't you know that not a person mentioned Mary standing up? When the minister stood up, he stood up to bless the food and to allow everybody to go eat, never saying a word about it was a memorial service for Mary or anything like that. So her husband had known I wanted to speak, so he stopped everybody from getting up and going to the table. And he says, Tammy would like to say some words about Mary. And I just read what Spirit had given me. And by the end, I was choked up, and everybody there was choked up. And the people that came up and thanked me for doing that, because, like I said, there would have been nothing. I told them that Spirit is in charge, and that if we can make that connection with the God of our own understanding, so many wonderful things happen that you just can't imagine. And the wonder and awe you feel in a situation like those is unbelievable. So I found a little poem called Following the Quiet Light. It says, there is a quiet voice that asks for no applause, only a willing heart and a listening soul. Step by step, I've learned that faith is not always knowing the way, but trusting the one who gently walks beside me. The God of my own understanding does not force the path, but offers light enough for the very next step. When I choose to trust, doors open I could not have imagined. The right words arrive, the needed hands appear, and what once seemed uncertain becomes a blessing for everyone involved. I stand in awe not because life is without challenge, but because grace continues to meet me there. May I never lose the wonder of being guided, the courage to say yes, or the faith to follow. For each faithful step becomes another reminder. Love leads, Spirit guides, and what is meant for me will always find its way home. So may it continue to remind you of the quiet miracles that often happen when we trust rather than try to control. So I hope that just touches everybody's heart in the way of maybe connecting more with the God of your own understanding, and to be that open person that lets it guide you. And thank you for allowing me to serve and to share those special gifts that I received this week.
Thank you so much, Reverend Tammy. And it's true. Uh, you know, uh, Spirit always has our back, and we have to trust and believe that sometimes things work out the way they are supposed to. And what may not look like the ideal situation today turns out to be that much more later. So we have trust and belief. Thank you so much. Reverend Melissa, good evening.
Good evening, Reverend Joanne. Good evening, everyone. Today, I was looking for something to read for tonight, and I opened Donna Ashworth's book up to the reading called Threads from Heaven. And I felt it was a beautiful message, so I'd like to share it tonight. Threads from Heaven. I see you look to the sky as you think of your loved ones, and I believe there is much more power in that act. For at least a million others are looking right now, too. And that collective power of loss, of love, is a wonderful thing to imagine. Imagine with me now, my friends, a million people with hearts radiating upwards, sending so much love, and a million souls radiating love right back in response. Invisible, magical threads of love, woven all across the planet, threads from heaven. Thank you for allowing me to share.
Thank you so much, Reverend Melissa. And what a beautiful imagery in that reading. And that's just what we were talking about, just send that love. If tonight we all radiate that love to send healing to all in need, we know that it'll be that much more powerful than when we just alone ask. So thank you so much. Reverend Amy, hello, and hello, Nilla, who
Hello.
came and left.
Yeah, she was here and she's still here around. Thank you, Reverend Joanne. Hello, everyone. So lately I've been feeling that time is a little bit askew. It seems fast, but yet slow. And I've been meditating on time and how it transpires. And I was cleaning in my basement and I was looking through some old papers and I found a poem that I wrote in 1982 that is actually titled The Time. And it even feels timeless to me now. So it's more significant or as significant. So I'd like to share the poem, The Time, that I wrote. If you worry about what is ahead of you, the time you used to worry is gone. You worried for nothing and made yourself blue. You may have missed a laugh or a song. If you regret what you have done, the time you used to kick yourself has wasted the rays of the rising sun. So put your past on a dusty shelf. But if you live in each precious day, the time you use is full and pure. You have a perfect reason to stay healthy, loving, content, and secure. Thank you for allowing me to share.
Thank you so much, Reverend Amy. And really, from 1982, those were
Yes.
those thoughts, and it's just as appropriate for everybody to hear today, all these years later. So
Yes.
thank you for sharing that. Reverend Julie, good evening.
Hi, Reverend Joanne. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I'd like to read a reflection that I wrote for tonight's service, and it's called The Ripple. Have you ever stood beside a quiet lake and tossed a small pebble into the water? The pebble is tiny. It barely makes a sound. Yet the moment it touches the surface, something remarkable happens. A single ripple begins, then another, and then another. The circle grows wider and wider until they reach places far beyond where the pebble first entered the water. Our lives much the same. Every kind word we speak, every prayer we offer, every hand we hold, every smile we share, and every healing thought we send creates a ripple. Most of the time, we never see where that ripple ends. Perhaps you comfort someone who is grieving. They in turn comfort another person a week later. That person finds hope and shares it with a friend. Before long, your simple act of kindness has rippled. Keep in mind that not every ripple is a positive one. A harsh word can ripple through a family. A moment of anger can linger in someone's heart, and gossip can spread farther than ever intended. Negativity has a way of growing, just as kindness does. But the beautiful truth is, we get to choose. Every morning, we are given another opportunity to decide what kind of ripple we are going to send into the world. Will our words lift someone up or tear them down? Will our actions bring hope or discouragement? Will we leave people feeling lighter or heavier? As spiritualists, we believe that love is energy, prayer is energy, healing is energy. And when we send those gifts into the world, they don't simply disappear. Like ripples across water, they continue moving outward, touching hearts in ways we may never know. Let's choose to be the positive ripple. Be the person who offers encouragement. Be the one who listens without judgment. Be the smile someone didn't know they needed. Be the calm in the middle of someone's storm. Be the prayer that brings comfort, and be the light that quietly shines. Sometimes we wonder if we're even making any difference. Maybe our prayer wasn't answered the way we expected. Maybe our kind words seem unnoticed, or maybe our healing work felt small. But the ripple reminds us that we are not responsible for seeing every result. We are simply called to cast the pebble with love. Spirit takes care of the rest. Imagine if every one of us chose to create just one beautiful ripple every day, one encouraging word, one forgiving heart, one act of compassion, one prayer. How different would our families be, our communities, and our world? Never underestimate the power of a single positive ripple. So choose kindness, choose love, choose compassion, Choose forgiveness and choose hope. Choose to be the positive ripple that Spirit sends into the world. Love, light, and healing to all. Thank you for allowing me to serve.
Thank you so much, Reverend Julie. And what a beautiful thought, and so very, very true. So tonight, let us all send a ripple out of healing and positivity and love and kindness out there and let it ripple on and on. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, you've heard all these beautiful words tonight of our healers that are certainly full of inspiration for us to think about during the week. And it's an amazing thing. These are never practiced uh, or talked about, and we just get together on Monday nights, and everyone is always on the same page. And so tonight's page, I think, is about sending out that love and that positivity in the world because it's so much so needed. So tonight we open up to Spirit and ask that we may be those channels of sending that positive ripple out into the world, that healing energy from that one divine source. So tonight I ask each of you to do your part and to send that ripple out, send that positivity out, send that feeling out where you have in your heart, it dwells there and you don't know what to do with it. Send that love out tonight. And so tonight we join together as one with that intention of sending out spiritual healing. And we do that by saying the spiritualist prayer for healing, which everyone knows from either the healing temple or the spiritualist church that they belong to. And then we will send out spiritual healing. So take that breath right now. And if you know the words, say them. If not, listen to the words. The first part of the prayer is for you, and the second part is for all those that need healing. And so we say together, I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. Together, we always put our trust and love in the power of God, and so it is. Amen. And so now at this time, be still, be at peace, receive healing that you may need in your life, and then generate those loving feelings to others and send that healing energy to all in need. As we remain in this sacred time, in this sacred space, we feel this healing energy surrounding each one of us. We feel this healing energy build and allowing it to not only touch those that we know need healing, the ones that we have held tonight in our hearts, but know that this healing energy can be sent to distantly to all those in need. And so tonight, one of our prayers, first of all, is to send this healing energy to those in this world that feel like they have no one that would pray for them. We may not know their faces or their names, but we know there are so many in this world that need healing. And so we offer this healing energy to touch each of these individuals, to bring the healing that they may need for comfort and well being. We see this healing going out tonight to touch names that are on healing lists that are in individual healers' homes, places of worship all around the world. It doesn't matter the denomination. All those individuals and names and places of worship allow that healing energy to touch each one of their names and bring them the healing that they may need. And I will now recite the names for the City of Light Spirituals Church, excuse me, for July of 2026. Brenda, Zoe, Ann, Reggie the dog, Jim T, Christina B, Carrie B, John Grubman, Laura Mall, Bodie the dog in transition, Buck the dog, Bruce, Tom Bundy, Alyssa, Michelle Dragas, Lauren Christakos, Fran, Susie, Pippin the cat, Mike, Angie A, Joanne W, Amanda D, Landon D, Francine, Casper and Wilbur the donkeys, Elakar, Sirio, Susan S, Princess the dog, Adariah, Reverend Michelle, Charlie and Mike, Rena, Mike, Dennis, Miss Fiona the dog in transition, Albert, Rich, Eric, Shannon, Deb, Justin, James, Karen, Jazzy, Ariella, Jay, Liam, Christina, Jaden Johnson, Kathy Lawrence Bridges, Joyce Barnes, Emmy the cat, Zoe the dog, Christina, Carrie Ann, Maggie in transition, Alex, Jessica, Amanda and Eric, Amanda, Bernice C, Shelley and Frank, Nilla the dog, MN, Katie the cat, Jackie, Diesel the cat, Kurt Dorflinger, Larry and Corey Ann, Reverend Kim Webster, E. Amada Bosella, Larry Dutton, Corian, Kim, Diane Braun, Margaret, Bonnie, Ken, Carol, Cheryl, Joan, Jerry, Lori, Jax, Brenda and John, Sophie, Heather the cat, Anarchy, Len and Evelyn and family, Sin and family, Jules, Larry Dutton, Karen, Charlene, Carrie Crisco, Trixie Case, Cheyenne Bass, Tom Coltman, Brittany Case and family, Katie Griffin and family, Priscilla Arnold, Bernie Todd, Joe Ryan, Tiger McTuff, Terry Mazek, John and Karen Winkle, Milton and Cynthia Tobel, Zach Case and family, Pat Vogt, Mary Crowder, Paula Padula, Dwayne Emmerich, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Brenda, Janice, Drake, Paige, Terry, Vicky, Scott C, Katie the cat, Scott, Marilyn and Mark, Enzo the dog, Bernie C in transition, Joanne W, Elaine, Ryan in transition, Rachel, Penny in transition, Brandon, Jennifer, Susie, Andrea S., Paul, Jan H., Lori Lynn and family and pets, Andrea, Terry, King the cat, Brenda and John, Roseanne and family, Len and Susan, Heather and mom, Shadow the cat, Carol, Cheryl, Len, Evelyn, Sylvester the cat, Joan, Jerry, Lori, Sophie the cat, Anastasia and family, John, Jane, Wayne, Anarchy, Reverend Ava, Lucy, Lorenzo Salgado, Ava Hernandez, Mary May, the dog in transition, Joan Mitchell in transition, Jeff, Lori, S.W., Andrea, Mathis, Vince in transition, Kimberly, Sophia, Rose, Paula, Dawn, Dwayne Emmerich, Marge Crowder, Reverend Kim, Lloyd and Lori, and Frank Takai in transition, and all other names now that you hold in your heart. Dear God, we ask that you look down upon each of those names on this list, as well as the names that we silently say in our minds. Look down upon all of these individuals and all individuals that may be on prayer lists to grant them whatever they need for their healing. We ask tonight that this healing would go out and travel to all places on this earth, to touch all people, people that may be from other lands, and also for the leaders of these countries and lands, that they may act in the best interest of their people. We ask this evening for these prayers to go out to touch our Mother Earth, the land, the water, the sky, the air, and all inhabitants of the earth, both human and animal, that they may be free from any type of suffering. And of course, on these Monday nights, we always ask for healing. Excuse me. Ask for healing for our pets that are with us, our dear friends that teach us every day those lessons of unconditional love. May this healing touch not only our pets, but the pets that may be awaiting adoption and shelter or foster care, those that may be lost or abandoned or feral. We see this healing going out to touch all these animals, our Mother Nature, and all inhabitants of the animal kingdom, including our pets. And so tonight we have asked many, many prayers, many blessings to go upon lands and people and places and situations. And we know that this healing will take place because we come with these feelings of wanting to do our part. And so tonight our part is that we join and ripple out those loving prayers. And we ask that this healing energy would touch each to bring whatever they need for their comfort and well-being. And we say, dear God, thank you. Thank you for allowing us this opportunity to ask, to receive, and to send. We have grateful hearts, and we know we are blessed in so many different ways. We ask that these blessings would reach out and touch all those tonight in need. And so, on behalf of our church, the City of Light Spiritual Church, we thank you for being with us at this healing service. We thank you for coming on these Monday nights. But you know, Monday night is not just the night for healing, it's every day. And so, every day, try to offer a quick prayer when you have your cup of coffee. Say, thank you for my blessings, God, and may these blessings touch those in need. And maybe just that simple prayer may send a ripple out into this universe to bring greater peace and kindness and understanding in this world, and so that we may live as one in harmony. And so tonight we know that each of you have been with us and have shared your prayers and have shared your part in this healing service, and we say thank you so much. We look forward to seeing all of you here, of course, during the Lilydale season. If you see any one of us, please stop and introduce yourself. I can't tell you the number of times it's so nice to see individuals and put a real face and a hug to the person that is always on that comment section saying that they're with us on these services. And so thank you. And I've always really dearly appreciate when you do that. So thank you for everyone, that introduces themselves, because we love to hear from you and see you and know who you are. And please, put your requests in the comment section, and we will add it to our healing list for next week, Monday night service. We appreciate everyone that came to church yesterday on Sunday for the auditorium service. City of Lake was the church in rotation. It was a beautiful service. So thank you all to our healers and those that served and those that attended the church service. And we look forward to being in rotation for the next church service in August. And August is a special month for City of Light. It's a special weekend. We have our fun fair on Saturday, August 8th, and then on August 9th, we have Pet Remembrance Day in Lilydale. And so our church will be serving at the 10:30 service with a special pet service at the auditorium, which will allow pets to attend. And then we have our annual pet remembrance celebration in the pet cemetery, and then we'll be doing blessing of pets. So it's a busy weekend, but a lot of our ministers come into town, so you'll get to see all of them in person. And we certainly look forward to that weekend to meet people and to share in the joy and the gratitude that we have for each of you. So, on behalf of our church, City of Light, we say thank you so much for being with us this evening. Many blessings to you, and may healing find its way into your life, and may you share it with others. Thank you.